am preparing some lunch, dinner, I guess, type vibes. I've had this particular cut in my freezer for a minute, and I want like this kind of that Rasta Pasta with like oxtail, but obviously I don't have oxtail right now. So I'm gonna treat this like the oxtail you would. Cut it down into like cubes, and I'm trying to get everybody about the same size. I'm gonna put all of this in the, so I'm gonna put a little bit of brown sugar in there, and then I'm gonna use this jerk seasoning. I have the hot and spicy, so I might actually put a little bit more of sugar since I got the hot and spicy. I don't have the mild. I'm gonna put like 1, maybe and a half tablespoon of that. So I got some browning that I'm using. This is Grace's browning. Not much, like about that much. So a little of that goes a very long way. I've got some adobo that I'm using. I've got some onion, granulated onion. A little bit of garlic. My labels are starting to come off, so my hands were obviously oily. I'm gonna do a little bit of ketchup, because that's just how my Jamaican foodie friends have taught me. And what else? Oh, I need some allspice. I'll do a little bit of allspice. And then I toss this around. I'm not using my hands just yet because I do still have a few more things I want to get in here. A few, not many, just a few. I'm gonna add in some really rough minced garlic, like a handful of my green onion, which y'all know I keep in the freezer, so that's all good. Some thyme. I'm gonna just put them in there just like that. And now I'm gonna get my hands in there and make sure everything's nice and massaged. And now I'm gonna cover that and put it in the refrigerator for about 4 hours. All right, we're back from running our errands. Our meat has been marinating. It looks amazing. So we're just going to brown it on all sides. Whatever's on there, I don't even care. You can discard it if you want to, but I know that's gonna give me some yummy flavor. We'll do this in batches so that it doesn't steam our meat as opposed to crisping up on the outside. All right, we got all our meat browned up back into the skillet. Okay, everybody's been browned. I'm going to add some onion, and then the rest of our marinade, trying to avoid the big twigs of thyme. Like, we don't mind the little leaves that came off, but I don't really want those big twigs in there. You can put them in there, but be sure to fish them out later. But I want all of that yummy liquid that came off while it was marinating. And I'm just going to get my onions cooking down in there.
Just sauteing down in there. You can definitely take all the meat out and do the onions separate, like, you know, but y'all know I don't have time for that. Okay, so while that is doing, once you start to kind of smell that oniony type flavor, and we also have some garlic in there for my marinade, we're gonna go ahead and just add enough water to kind of cover them halfway-ish. Y'all know I don't do just water, so I'm gonna do some beef bouillon in there, which acts as beef broth. So that's what I would have added if I had it, but since I don't, we got the water and the sprinkle. You can easily stir in your beef bouillon into the water before you add it. If I'm being honest, I didn't know how much water I was gonna actually need, so that's why I did not stir it in. I didn't want to waste my stuff. So we're gonna bring that up to, like, crank your temp up and bring it up to like a boil. And once you get it to this stage, give it another little stir. We're gonna cover it and drop it down so it'll simmer to like medium low, and let it simmer and hang out. I'm gonna do about 20-25 minutes. Since I don't have oxtails, it's not gonna take that long for that meat to get really nice and tender. So while it's still simmering, we haven't quite got to 20 minutes, we're gonna get our pasta going. In here I have some beef bouillon, and because we're making like Rasta Pasta, I'm going to actually add some of our wet jerk seasoning right into that pasta water. And the beef bouillon makes the water salty. If you want more salt, by all means add salt, but that's how I go about bringing flavor into my pasta without it just being salt. All right, let's build our sauce for our Rasta Pasta. I am going in with some olive oil. To that, I'm going to add in some red and green bell peppers. That's a little thyme that's also on my plate here. I'm gonna go in with some green onions. Okay, and then to that I have some fresh garlic and fresh thyme that I chopped up. We're going to add that in as well. So I want my green and my bell peppers to get a little softer. So I'm going to build this sauce a little backwards, if you will. So typically you would add in like your heavy cream and all of that and make it more like an Alfredo-y kind of vibe. But I want to get these a little more tender. So I'm going to add in my chicken broth now, so that they basically will boil down in that broth. I'm not going to add all of it, just enough of it. And let it come up to temp and like simmer down in that sauce. In that broth rather, so that they'll get a little more tender. You can definitely cut them smaller, but I just wanted it to be kind of this, you know, I don't know. Rasta pasta. We're waiting for this water to boil. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna let these simmer down just a bit and then build the sauce. All right, let's get this sauce completed. Our pasta's almost done. Our meat is amazing over there. So to this, we're going to add, you can use coconut milk, but I have full coconut like cream. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that. It's about a tablespoon. Get it all off. I don't have quite 2 cups of heavy cream, but I do have some heavy cream, and then I have some milk. So I'm using up what I have to make this happen. So we're gonna add our heavy cream now. And then we're gonna add our milk. Because again, that's just what I had, okay? So use what you got. You can use 2%, you can use half and half. Heck, I probably wouldn't use water, but use what you got, okay? We're gonna just stir all of that together. I'm gonna turn my temp down on my sauce. And we're gonna add in our cheeses slowly. And this is just like whatever was on sale. This isn't, I mean, you can do just Parmesan if you like, but this is what was on sale, child. I'm gonna do this whole bag for what we got. So our sauce is nice and good. As you notice, I haven't added any salt yet because I want to make sure that the cheese isn't making it too salty, okay? Because there is a Parmesan and all kinds of stuff in here. And our pasta should be just about done. All right, our sauce is good. Except we need some seasoning. We're gonna go in with some white pepper, just because I don't want black pepper specks through my sauce. You can use black pepper, nothing wrong. We're gonna mimic what we did to our marinade, so I have some onion powder or granulated onion going down. I have some garlic powder, a little bit of allspice, a little paprika just because I want a little bit of color for no other reason. You can use smoke and that'll bring in some smokiness, but there's really nothing that is doing other than that. And then of course we need a little bit of our jerk from earlier, just a little bit. Oh yes, honey, yes. Okay. And we'll just stir that all together. Oh, I need a salt content. We're gonna do our adobo. Or you could just use like kosher salt, but again, we're mimicking what we had in our marinade. Okay. I wish y'all could smell it. It smells amazing in here. Just want to get everything nice and incorporated. Okay. let's get our pasta over here. I'm just gonna go straight from the water straight into here. I'm not gonna drain it or anything. So whatever little water gets in here, that's all right with me. I have a fluted spoon so that water comes out of it, but nothing major here. I'm just tossing our pasta in our sauce. Just get it all nice and stirred up. Everybody has a friend. Let's get a spoon here and get some of our pasta in this yummy bowl. I just want a big yummy bowl of pasta. Like, oh my God. Okay. So off camera, I did add a few bay leaves to this, but yeah, just a few. Okay, we're gonna get some pasta, some of our yummy meat piled up on top here. Oh my God. Really, Crystal? And I want just a little bit of that yummy sauce just poured right over that. Yes. And now I need a fork. And that is our Rasta Pasta.